Hello out there. Can't believe it's Wednesday again. This is Johnny Daniel, Stampin' Up! Independent Demonstrator. Getting ready to have some fun tonight. Are you ready? I'm not sure yet. We have a whole bunch of housekeeping to do tonight. Yes, I've cleaned my room recently, but we have a lot of events coming up. So I just want to get you set and ready to go because it is the busy season for crafters as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. Hi, Elise. How are you? So let's get this party going, shall we? Let me get a sip before we go. What's in your mug tonight? I'm still drinking Coke because it's been a long day and I didn't get a nap. So it's okay though. Alrighty, so these are not necessarily going to be in order, but I need to tell you what's going on. Okay, so we have got the 8th Annual Festival of Wreaths on November 19th, 2 o'clock at CMC. Tickets are $10. No, I do not have the tickets. Can I arrange to get them for you? Absolutely, but there's a whole bunch of places you can get them. Let's see. I know both of the chambers, 29 in Yucca, as well as Copper Mountain College and a few other people. So, if you are interested in going, I have extra postcards. I'd be happy to give you one, send you one, whatever you want. Let me know. Yes, I will be more than likely doing a wreath for chamber, 29 chamber, and we will see what happens. Okay? Alright, so next up we have got our Small Business Saturday, which will be happening on the 25th. Hold on a second. So this is also known as the Christmas party for us. There's a whole bunch of sales going on, and there will be some personal sales only through me. There will probably be some corporate sales. We will have Small Business Saturday totes, giveaways, raffles, and all kinds of stuff, as well as some free projects. So you want to make sure to save the date for the 25th from 10 to 4. Also on the 28th, let's see, 10 to 1, and I believe it was 6 to 9, we will be doing the Orchid class. The Orchid class is $15 for paper orchids, okay? So I got a bunch of these today. These are the new brochures for the new alcohol markers called Stampin' Blends. I have done a couple of things with them. You will be seeing more shortly with them. Shows you how to use them, all the different markers that are available, some kits, some stamp sets that are available, and what else goes with it. So my recommendation is if you have an order that you are putting in and you're $5 shy of something, make sure you have the Memento ink pad, and that way you can stamp and color with those without everything smearing. Okay? This morning, I believe it was, I put together a paper share for $50 to get a quarter of the pack of every single one of these here. Now, if you had ordered them separately, it's like $160, over $160 with tax and shipping. So if you are interested in having a little bit of each one of these, please let me know. That order will be going in on Monday night, so you need to let me know by Monday at noon if you would like in on the paper share. I need 4 crafters to make it happen. Alright, next, if you feel adventurous and want to order all that paper, the first person to gather a $150 order, hey, there's 2 on. Who's the other one? Please comment and say hello. But if you would like to I derailed myself. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you would like to get this stamp set for free and not have to order $300 worth of stuff or gather $300 worth of orders, I actually have an extra set, and anybody that brings in a $150 order, whether it be by yourself or 6 other friends, doesn't matter to me how it happens, I will be giving this set as a bonus. Only till the end of October, so please let me know if you're interested. Alright, so I have flyers for the card class. The event is out. The email invitation is out. If you did not get it or want to forward it, please let me know. I will also be posting this flyer in the actual event. So if you want to share it, you can download it and save it and share it really easily as well. Since the cards are really super small, I figured I would show you the actuals, and that might help you out a little bit. So we're going to do a little thanks here, and this just has some squares, some leaves, fairly simple, right? And then we use the squares that we punched out here for the middle. So that's one of the cards. Second card is using the new blends, Bella and Friends. So fairly simple, but just new product, okay? And then last but not least, we will be doing a movement card. So this is one of the new cards, and if you can see, the wings flutter. Okay, so those are the 3 cards that we will be doing, and we should be good. Okay, so let's see. RSVP on that is November 10th. Yes, I know I will be at Onstage or convention, but I need to know how many are coming, so that way as soon as I get back, I can get everything cut, ready, finished, and done. So in fact, I'll probably be cutting beforehand, so that way I'm not surprised and at least get enough for Tuesday and Thursday's class cut. So, okay, so tonight we are creating a card. Gee, go figure. Probably one of the last ones we're going to do with Spooky Cat. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. And you know, we might do some alternates with the owl and different things, but honestly, this is pretty Halloween, so we're going to see where this goes, but there's so many projects. Obviously, you've been on Pinterest, right? So, it's just something that, well, we need to do, right? So, I'm just getting things kind of laid out here, shall we say. We have got a vanilla base for our starting point. We have got a black mat. We will have an orange, but those are going to be the squares, and then the designer series paper is going to go inside of them. So I have a couple other things pre-cut, but that's about it. So let's get this started. So we are grabbing our infamous cat punch. Yes, I know I am punching in our mat. It's okay. So we are going to have a black cat tonight, which will be lucky, of course, right? All right. So we are going to lay some fast fuse down. And I am going to get this laid down here. All right, so we've got that. Let's see. I'm going to do this card a tiny bit different because I punched that out. But it's all good. No problems. Okay? So, let's see. We are going to do 5 by 3 3/4, which is the next size to be able to do some mats. Okay? So that's what we are looking at here. Got it? Okay. So I'm just going to glue this down. It's hard to line up when you can't go directly over, at least for me. We'll see. All right, so there's a couple different ways you can make squares. You can use a trimmer, the old-fashioned way, or you can use a punch, or you can use a die. I chose to go the old-fashioned way because then we can do it all at the same time. So this is a great way to use your scraps of your designer series paper, or showcase, you know, if you're trying to show off what paper you got. This is a great way to use both sides of it. I will say this, since we are using both sides, make sure you know which side is up and which side is down. Not so big a deal right now because it's square, but sometimes it is a huge deal. Okay, so we are going to grab I'm doing 2-inch squares if you're wondering. And, all right. So this is going to be my, let's see, is that going to be too big? Yep. So I guess we're going to do 1.5-inch squares. No problem. Since we double matted, the 2-inch is a little bit too big. So we're going to do 1.5 instead. No problem at all. All right. So we got 1.5 inch, and let me just trim this one down. Where did I put all the rest of it? I have piles going all over the place since I'm getting ready for trunk or treat tomorrow night at one of the elementary schools. So I've got all kinds of projects going right at the minute, and well, my room looks like it. We'll just say that. So, all right, so I'm gonna do 1, 2. And then I've got my potion paper and I call them whirligigs. That's what it reminds me of. Not really sure if it reminds you of that, but I'm trying to waste as little paper as possible. So is why I decided to go the other way. Since it didn't matter which way was up and which way was down. All right, so we're gonna do 1.5 inch, right? Okay. And toss that to the side. Now if you need more dimension, you can always grab a sponge and do the edges, or you know, all kinds of things. But for me, this is what I've got and I am going with it. So I'm just going to glue this down, and I want to put the other one here because I do not know how much space I have. Actually, pretty normal for matting. So we're going to just do that. And if you want it to go this way, you can do that as well. And I'm actually thinking I want it to go this way instead. One of the benefits of using square paper, right? Now remember to glue on the opposite side. I don't always remember that. And we've had several classes where others haven't either. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. Make sure you go the opposite side. I know that sounds silly to you right now, but it doesn't sound silly when it's late at night and you're trying to finish the 52nd card for Christmas. And guess what happens? You goof it up. So, alright, so I am going to lay this out here. So I have done a huge scallop circle, and then I've also embossed with the wood planks, which is one of our 3D embossing folders. Like I said, you can use the sponge if you want to distress it a little, but I wanted that contrast with the black cat to really come out. So I'm actually going to be just using it as is. I know, right? Doesn't happen very often, but it's what is going on. So, alright, so I'm going to use our mini dimensionals to pop this cat out. Couple of things. I had somebody recently that had bought a chalk marker to make eyeballs for the cat, which then became Stars for Christmas cards. Want to give you a heads up. They should not dry out in less than 3 weeks unless you've done 200 cards, okay? So if they do dry out, please let me know so I can fix it. I would love to have the chance to fix it. So I'm just giving you a heads up that our product should last longer than that. In general, chalk marker, about a year, or about 100 to 200 cards depending on how much you're marking it. So just want to give you a heads up that our product lasts a tiny bit longer than 4 cards, shall we say. So make sure you tell me if things aren't working right, because I called Stampin' Up! And I said, hey, this lady had this for less than 3 weeks and here's the deal. And they said, okay, thank you, we will send a new one out. So please let me know so I can fix it, because more often than not, it is not your fault. It is because we ship markers in the dead of summer in the desert. And therefore, guess what happens? They dry out because they cook. So, just an FYI for you. I don't necessarily like my whiskers, by the way, but that's what I did, so I'm living with it. Always something, right? So, oh well. My cat looks a little goofy, and it's okay. So, alright, so I already got my Happy Halloween. Totally forgot. As always, no problem. So I'm doing this on pumpkin pie with some basic black ink. Remember, our basic black works great with our markers, but not our new blends. You will want a Memento pad for our new blends. No, I'm not trying to upsell you. It's just what works. But our black works great on just about everything else. So it is a waterproof ink, so you want to make sure to clean it very, very well. I want this a little more centered because I think I'm going to do some black rhinestones. Okay. If I can center tonight, I'm not really sure if I can, so it's okay. Alright, so I'm going to grab my snips, and we are just going to cut this in half and extend it like we do on a regular basis now, it seems like, right? It seems like I do things a whole bunch and then not at all for a long time, if you understand what I'm saying by that. It seems like we do the same technique over and over and over, and I go, oh my gosh, no more. So let me flip both of them over, because what will happen is we will be halfway through and I will forget to flip it over, and I'll have one side look like this and the other side have potion bottles on it. Why do I know that? Because I've done it before. So I didn't quite get this straight, so I'm just going to snip off this edge. No problem. Put some mini dimensionals on it if I can get my fingers out of the glue. And get this thing done. Yeah, I'm not liking those whiskers, so I might go back and repunch that guy, because either that or we're gonna just call him Mustache Cat or something, I don't know. But let me know what you think. Alright, so we've got Happy Halloween, and I'm gonna pull out, one second. One of the benefits to being at home, I can, in my studio, I can pull out some rhinestones and get this thing finished how I would like it to be. And I know, Lacey, you would say, get the piercer. You can use a piercer to help, but for me, I just grab and go, and my fingers work just fine. So if you're more comfortable with the piercer, feel free to grab the piercer. Okay, so that is my cat card featuring our designer series paper, how to use up some scraps. And there's your cat again. And hopefully, yeah, you would when you leave. So hopefully tonight you've maybe taken a tip or understood that our product is has great warranty. So please, please let me know if you have any problems with it, or if you have any problems working it. Please let me know that as well. That's why I've set up Monday nights for drop-in time. So that way you can bring stuff that you're having trouble with and we can figure it out and make sure it works for you. Okay? So I don't think there's anything else tonight. Oh, yes there is. I finally got the tickets for the gala or the wine tasting. The tickets are $35. Hello, Lise, you didn't remind me. So the tickets are good for November 4th, which is the Saturday. I'm double checking my dates. And if you would like to join me, please let me know. We have sold 3 tickets and I have a maybe, and I'm hoping to sell 8 so we can have one rambunctious table. You also get a discount of about $4 or $5 if we have the whole table. So just a heads up, okay? So, all right, so that is the card for tonight. Finishing up the spooky cat. And I don't think there's anything else, so please follow me on my blog, www.stampingwithjohnny.wordpress.com. You guys make it hard to do this, but it's funny. Yes, I'm glad you're home. So, so follow me on the blog, follow me on Facebook. We'll be having some contests here shortly. If you're interested in the paper share, please let me know quickly, since that is on Monday. And I think that is all. I gotta go get packed up for this trunk or treat. So thank you so much for joining me. Again, Johnny Daniel, Stampin' Up! Independent Demonstrator, out here in beautiful 29 Palms. Thank you. Bye-bye.